It's a well-known fact that most of the people do a poor job in managing their finances. Well, life would have been a lot easier if the educational system stressed a bit on financial management. But what are the core reasons for this mismanagement? And moreover, how do they end up broke and scrambling with their finances? You need to remember one thing. Change begins when you decide to break those chains, forcing you to live that ordinary life. Before we jump into the reasons for their despair, make sure you press the like and subscribe button so you don't miss anything about our channel. Welcome to 5-Star Finance, the place where you learn how to achieve financial freedom. It's not a hidden fact that many people find themselves in an abyss of despair after college or during their job. Financial instability is the major reason for their inability to live a prosperous life. Having a good relationship with money doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be ultra wealthy or have a high income. It simply means that you know when to spend your money and when to save it. But what are the most common reasons that people are broke, and how can you avoid them? They are unclear about their financial goals. Since the system never really teaches us about how to go about our financial matters, it is completely in the hands of the individual to plan ahead for the future. If you want to live a happy and prosperous life, having defined and strong financial goals is very important, as it allows you to go that extra mile in pursuing your freedom. Financial goals act as the starting point for every decision that you're going to make with money. How you plan your financial goals and how you track them down are the key features which can determine your financial happiness and prosperity. How are you even going to increase your income, pay off your debts, and track your growth if you don't have any direction as to how and where you are going with your financial matters? Setting concrete and achievable financial goals helps you to have a direction, track your progress, and make other key decisions regarding your life. Let's just say that you have a financial goal to increase your income by 20% over the course of the next 3 years. That means now you have a clear direction. This will ultimately demand the necessary hard work from your side. This is a clear financial goal, which means you can track your progress and charter a clear course for this particular goal. Another productive financial goal can be to achieve a debt-free life by paying off all the debts in the course of the next 5 years. This means now you have to save some money out of your normal spending, and this ultimately demands an emergency fund to be created from your side. This is a concrete financial goal, which can help you grow financially. This will make sure that you never rely on the system for your financial payment. You can be a one-man army. To put the long story short, if you don't want to end up broke and sad, you might want to create a clear and concise plan as to when and where you want yourself in the coming years or months. You want to pay off your debts? You want that fancy car you've always dreamt about? That brilliant house you've wished to buy one day? These goals all have a defined finish line. A financial goal can be anything you possibly want to achieve over the course of the coming years. They don't have any emergency funds. Having an emergency fund or preparing yourself for potential emergencies is pertinent for financial happiness. This is one of the main reasons most of the people out there end up living a broken life. Life can impose restrictions on us in unimaginable ways. It can be sunny one day and it can be dark the other day. According to research, 1/3 of the population in the United States don't have an emergency fund, or they don't have a mere $400 in their accounts that can save them from emergencies. The average repair cost on a car is $500 to $600. That means if you don't find ways to save that much, you're probably going to end up living a sad and broken life. Life can hit us in unseen ways. You need to have some amount saved in your bank accounts that can cover your back and provide you some breathing space. What if you lose your job? What if you're hit by debt? What if you're in need of some quick cash? When you don't find ways to save money or create an emergency fund, you're gonna end up making that money with other means. That means borrowing money and undergoing some serious debt. Then it's going to be a desperate struggle to pay off that debt. And what if you cannot afford to pay off that debt? They usually don't budget. One of the main reasons many people end up living a broken life is that they don't live on a budget. According to the US Bank, more than 40% of the US citizens don't live a life with a budget. When you don't track your spendings and expenses, you end up scrambling with your money. When you have a budget, that means you know how much you can afford to spend on different things. Having a budget is very important to live a prosperous life. For example, if you get paid and now you're off to the supermarket and you buy nearly everything you find attractive, when you pay for those things, you'll end up wondering where all that money went. and you can find yourself in a serious crisis. Start budgeting your expenses and avert a financial crisis. They usually don't think about the future. One of the main excuses many people put forward for their low savings is that they want to spend more and live their lives to the fullest. This can lead to a serious personal financial crisis. It can be understandable to a certain extent that it is really not worth wasting your life worrying for the future and limiting yourself on those spending. However, it is really important to maintain that integral balance in life. You want to invest in your future while making smart decisions about your future. This can allow you to live a happy life during your youth while planning a sustainable and a prosperous future. They have expensive habits. It should be understood that rich people aren't the only ones with those lavish and expensive habits. There are numerous habits which are very expensive, adopted by the middle class as well. Smoking can be an expensive habit that can create a serious financial problem. Not only that, but it can also create serious health issues. This can lead to a long-term personal financial crisis. Let's just say that an average smoker smokes a pack a day. That means you're spending $7 per day. This might seem a somewhat low spending at the first sight, but imagine if you stretch it to a month. This can cost you over $200 per month. Instead, if you try to invest these $200 for your future, the end result can be a lot more feasible. Another habit that can lead to a financial crisis is eating out regularly. This isn't just eating out in a normal restaurant. Some people develop expensive habits like eating out in expensive restaurants regularly. This can lead to a serious budget crisis. They have bad debt. There can be two types of debt. Not all debt is bad, to be honest. Some debts, like mortgage debts, can be good, while other debts, like credit card debts, can be really heavy on the pockets. Having a bad debt can be really tough on your budget, as you have to keep some chunks of your monthly budget reserved for paying off that debt. With bad debt, you're not only being charged, but the interest rate also applies. This can be really frustrating. To put the long story short, rich people earn interest, while poor people end up paying interest. They spend money to impress people. Most people buy things they don't need, with money they don't have, to impress people due to their ego. This can be really devastating in the long run. Nothing will make you broke faster than spending money trying to impress people. People buy things to look rich so that they can impress other people and gain an upper hand in society. This is not only going to wreck your budget, but you're also going to end up being broke. Spend your money wisely. If you're looking to start your journey to stop being broke, starting on stock market investing can be a great choice. Check out the ebook that explains the 6 different stock categories in the description below, so you can learn to analyze stocks and start your path to financial freedom. So what do you think about these reasons? Are you looking to plan your future accordingly? Make sure you keep these points in your mind. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another video. Check out this video we hand-picked for you, and we'll see you in the next one.